Ghosts. Spirits. Things that go bump in the night. Some say they are trapped souls because of some unfinished business, or some traumatic experience here in life. Deadwood Asylum, a treatment facility for the criminally insane. It's been a long time since patients have walked these halls. Its doors have been closed since the mid-1950s. Deadwood is considered by some to be one of the most haunted hospitals in the country. If these walls could talk, and some say they can, what stories would they tell? As long as man has been able to speak, he's told stories of ghosts. And as long as he's wondered about them, he's tried to prove they exist. You know them as ghost hunters or paranormal investigators, and I just happen to have one of these unique gentlemen with me today. His name is Oscar Valentine. And you're a ghost hunter?
Well, actually, I do prefer the term paranormal investigator. You know, ghost hunter sounds like I'll be shooting at him or something like that.
Of course not.
Yeah, don't have any ghost heads hanging off my walls at home.
Wouldn't expect you to.
Yeah, no ghost skin rugs on the floors.
That would be ludicrous. So I have to ask you, is there money to be made in paranormal investigation?
Most of the time, no. It's much more of a passion and a career, really. But every now and again, we do get someone who will hire us, check out their home or their business, and that's when we get paid to play, so to speak.
Which leads me to my next question. Deadwood Asylum.
Well, that's not really a question now, is it? Much more of a statement, really.
Will you be investigating Deadwood?
Oh yeah, we've been hired by Deadwood Asylum to debunk or disprove any paranormal occurrences that have possibly occurred there. The hardest part about this job is the waiting.
Waiting?
Oh, loads of red tape. Get into a facility like that. We've been dealing with multiple different agencies, but it appears that we are getting close to a time for the investigation to take place.
Would you be interested in coming back when you're all done and reporting on your findings?
Well, kind of depends, don't it?
Depends on what?
Whether or not I survive.
Will Oscar and his team find the proof that they need? Will they find evidence of life after death? Will they find something still walking the halls of Deadwood Asylum? I don't know, but I can't wait to find out. Until then, keep an open mind. This is Lance Bergman.
You getting anything? just to chill.
So, we're gonna be on Channel 1 or Channel 2 tonight?
Channel 2. Channel 1 is down, remember?
Thought we was getting that fixed.
And we still are, but for tonight we're gonna be on Channel 2.
Fine. Remind everybody, they're gonna have to reset the radios to Channel 2 if they lose power for any reason.
What?
Look, radios default back to Channel 1 anytime they're powered up or powered down. That was another thing we were supposed to get fixed.
And we will. Give us a couple of hours to set up and then we'll start sending you the feeds.
Oi, tell Mary she got a couple new marks in her bag.
And where did we get a couple new mics?
Ask not where good fortune comes from. Simply embrace it and accept it for the gifts that it is.
You stole them, didn't you?
Thievery?
Never mind, I don't want to know.
Good thinking. Plausible deniability. Got ya.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Maybe we're early. You're right on time. Jeez.
Mr. Bixby.
Yes, you must be Alice Maxwell.
Nice to meet you.
The pleasure is mine.
Well, let me introduce you to the team. That is Jeff Bachman. He's our camera guy.
If it can be caught on film, I'll catch it.
Of that I'm sure.
And that's Billy Fairfield. He's our intern.
Oh, you mean the FNG?
What's up, Jeeves?
Billy, that's Mr. Bixby, the proprietor.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's quite all right. I suppose I do look a bit like a butler.
And this is Mary the Ear Edwards. She handles all our audio recording and analysis.
You don't talk much, do you?
I'm more of a listener.
Yes, of course.
Oscar Valentine is our computer expert. He'll be running all the computer equipment from the van most of the nights. And this is Paco.
Ah, yes, Mr. Parker. The sensitive. I'm curious, what do you sense right now?
As much as I wish it did. That's not how it works.
Well, Mr. Paco, you'll really have to tell me, how does it work?
I can feel things, see things sometimes. I know things, but only things I'm wanted to feel, see, and know. And that's just Paco.
Well, we all certainly have our talents, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Well, let me say, your team has come very highly recommended. Allow me to welcome you to Deadwood Asylum. Please, consider me your host. If you have anything you need, do not hesitate to ask me.
Well, actually, I would like to sit down with you for a moment to discuss the background and the history of Deadwood.
Oh, certainly. We can use my office.
Thank you. Jeff, Mary, start getting the rest of the equipment and start streaming data to the van.
Right.
And, Billy?
Yeah. I'll get the rest of the cases.
You got it.
It's gonna be a long night.
What's up, Stoner?
Damn it, Billy! I'm gonna make you start wearing a bell. You scared the hell out of me.
If I scared the hell out of you, then I think you're in the wrong line of work.
Oh, listen to you. You've been on what? 3 investigations?
4.
Oh, excuse me, 4. Look, you ain't seen shit. You don't know shit. You're the FNG.
Okay, but you guys been calling me that for a while now.
Yeah, we will for some time.
Okay, but what does it mean?
You don't know what it means.
No.
You want to know what it means.
Yeah.
You? What, me? To tell you what it means?
Yes.
I'm not going to tell you.
Why not?
Look, once you know what the FNG is, you'll cease to be the FNG, Grasshopper.
As you know, the property has been on the market for some time. The hospital's reputation isn't exactly a selling point. But now, with an offer on the table, the buyer has asked us to have the facility investigated by an independent source. You. Well, where would you like me to begin?
Let's start with the hospital.
Well, the property was purchased from the state in 1898. It took 5 years to complete its construction, and the facility was opened in late October 1903. Even during its construction, there were reports of strange happenings, including a freak accident leaving several workers crushed to death when a wall collapsed. The strange events seemed to come and go until Dr. Irving Cross was hired as the hospital's resident surgeon in 1942. From then until 1952, there were growing numbers of patient deaths and suicides, many of which were host to strange circumstances. After patients started coming up missing, an investigation was conducted. It was discovered that the good doctor was killing his patients. He believed that he had discovered the secret to eternal youth. Apparently, he believed that by extracting the blood of young patients, he could capture and transfer that youthfulness to himself by way of injection. The bodies were then disposed of in the hospital's crematorium. Dr. Cross was arrested, tried, and found to be insane. He was given a life sentence in this very hospital in November of 1952. It would be a short life sentence, as Dr. Cross would succumb to a blood infection just 13 months later. According to hospital records, he claimed to have seen a woman from time to time in his cell. A woman soaked in blood.
So wait a second. Dr. Cross claimed to have seen a ghost.
It would seem so.
So we're not here to investigate the good doctor.
The doctor is just the latest addition to the story.
What else is there?
Ms. Maxwell, this story goes much, much farther back than the hospital.
Yes, it does.
In 1802, a Mr. Fred Miller purchased this land with the intentions of farming it. He built a modest home and moved in with his wife and daughter. That year he planted crops that, sadly, would never grow. Without those crops, Mr. Miller turned to hunting to feed his family. He built a butcher rack for gutting and cleaning deer and other animals. Apparently, he became obsessed with the process of butchering the animals he had hunted. He began to hunt and butcher many more animals than the family could eat. He started to become more violent with his family and developed a penchant for drinking the blood of the animals he butchered as they drained on the rack. He reportedly told his wife that the blood made him a more powerful hunter. 3 years later, Mr. Miller went insane, killing his wife and daughter. He hung them upside down on the same butcher rack, slitting their throats and drinking their blood. When he was captured, the bodies were still hanging in the sun. Fred Miller was sentenced to death by hanging. The rack was torn down and used as material to build the gallows on the very spot. While he waited his execution, he also stated that he dreamed about seeing a blood-soaked woman. Then, when being escorted to the gallows, he claimed to see that same woman standing next to the executioner.
Victoria.
What was that?
Her name is Victoria.
Very good, Mr. Paco. Paco. Victoria Kingman. Forgive me if my dates are off, as her history goes back much, much farther. Sometime in the 1600s, there stood a castle on this same site. Victoria Kingman was a wealthy, pampered young heiress who lived a life of privilege and prestige. As the years passed, she realized that she would never run out of money, and as long as she lived, her castle would stand. All that she had would seem to last forever. All but her youth. As she began to age, she became obsessed with her looks. She employed dozens of chambermaids to dress her, comb her hair, and do her makeup. Well, as the story goes, she was getting ready for a grand ball, and as usual, she was surrounded by her chambermaids. As one of them reached for her mirror, she accidentally dropped it and shattered it. Victoria became enraged, and she struck the girl with a backhand slap and cut her face with her ring. She saw the blood on her own hand and rubbed it in. She felt as if it had rejuvenated her skin, thus beginning a horrifying addiction.
She started to single out the youngest, most beautiful of her chambermaids for special assignments away from the other girls. After getting them alone, she would stab them to death with a
pair of scissors.
That's right. A most gruesome death indeed, to be sure. However, Victoria's madness ran deeper than that. After killing the girls, she would drain their blood into her bathtub. God only knows how many girls died to fill up that tub just once. But as the story goes, she bathed in blood dozens of times.
That sounds like the Elizabeth Bathory story.
Well, indeed. Some of her early-era chambermaids claimed that Victoria would insist on being called Elizabeth.
A possession?
Well, I don't know about possession, but it does seem like Victoria was picking up where Elizabeth left off. Well, possessed or not, she was eventually caught and found guilty of her atrocities. But as a member of high society, one has a certain level of influence over the law. Rather than being subjected to a public hanging, the courts granted her one last request. She was sealed in the north tower of her castle and left to die. The tower was never reopened, and the locals reported seeing her silhouette from time to time in the window as the castle crumbled around her over the decades. In fact, the castle's foundation is still buried underneath the hospital. So as you can see, this place has quite a history.
Okay then, so Mr. Bixby, what about you?
I'm sorry?
Have you had any experiences?
Oh, it's really nothing.
Please.
Mostly noises.
Noises?
Bumps and creaks.
No. You've seen her. You've seen Victoria, haven't you?
Look, I'm the 39th proprietor of this hospital in the last 50 years. Each of them before me has seen the blood-soaked woman, and each of them have been given their walking papers. Please understand when I tell you this. I haven't seen anything. Unless you can prove it.
Well, that's what we're here for. How's it coming?
Fine. Almost done. Oscar? You should have the video feeds up and running now. Oscar!
Oh, wait, that's right. We're on Channel 2 tonight.
Great. Does Mary know?
I haven't told her yet.
I think she's in the basement hooking up those 2 new mics.
Alright, I'll go tell her.
Okay, Oscar, you getting those video feeds?
Yeah, I got him.
Alright.
Jeff? Jeff, is that you? Yeah, sure. I'm not wired up yet. No, the noises start. Shit! Shit! Oscar? Oscar, is that you? I think I'm all set here. Oscar, did you hear me? Good. I'm on my way back upstairs. Damn it, Alice!
Oh, sorry, I just came about the radio.
I just spoke to Oscar. He should be a go.
Oh, okay, so then you know that we're on channel 2 then.
I guess. Yeah, channel 2.
Okay, Oscar, you should be a go on audio and video.
Yes, Mum. All signals are loud and clear.
Okay, team?
Come on, let's have it. Let's have it.
Let's go hunting.
I think it's only proper that I step aside and let my alter ego, the good Father Flanagan, come forward. Say a few words.
Must you?
Once again, oh Lord, we walk into the mouth of danger, descending into the belly of the beast, riding high on the wings of adventure. It is at this time, Lord, that we ask that you not just grant us a safe journey, but that you find, in your infinite wisdom, to allow us to capture one of these spooky little motherfuckers on tape. Now can I get an amen?
Amen.
Amen.
You finished?
Well, yeah. What follows amen?
I'd like to start in the basement. Bixby said the castle's foundation is buried under the hospital. I'm hoping to pick up on something by getting as close to it as I can.
So you think it'll be a long one tonight?
Stop test, bruv.
So how many years have you been doing this?
I don't know. About 10 years, maybe?
Bet you've been on a lot of investigations.
Let's just say, this van is like a second home to me.
Do you ever wish you could get in on the action inside?
Shit, no.
Why not?
I used to be on the inside. Before we had all this equipment, I had to take a portable unit in, investigate with the team.
What's wrong with that?
You really are the FNG.
What?
Look, out here, I'm watching it on the screen, like a movie. I'm not scared of movies. Besides, it's quiet out here. I can concentrate more. If I were on the inside, it ceases to be a movie to me. I'm up to my dick in it.
So what you're saying is that you're scared?
No, what I'm saying is, out here, I can concentrate more on my work without being distracted by shitting my pants. I suppose you wouldn't be scared.
Scared of what? It's not like a ghost can hurt you.
Tell that to Eddie.
Who's Eddie?
Eddie was the last FNG on the team. He was fearless too. Thought he could handle anything. That was until we investigated Gettysburg.
Gettysburg?
Man, you know, Civil War battlefield.
Yeah, I know what Gettysburg is.
Well, we was camped at one end of the battlefield. Mary left a mark behind at a previous location at the other end. She's got all this analysis to do, right? So she sends Eddie to go get it. There was all these other Civil War enthusiasts camping in and around the area, so it's no surprise to run into one every now and then. Well, on his way back, he sees this geezer, dressed up in a Confederate soldier's uniform, walking alongside him. He turns to the bloke, and says, "Nice night." Bloke doesn't say nothing. Eddie looked down at the mark for 1 second. When he looked back up, old man was gone. Eddie goes so barking, he drops the mic, runs back to camp, quits on the spot, and hops the next bus home.
Oh, come on. Just from seeing a man? That hardly seems like it'd be enough to raise goosebumps, let alone lose one of Mary's mics.
Look, you don't know how you're going to react to a situation until you're in it, mate.
Oh, you mean up to my dick in it? Please.
Look, maybe there was more to the story than we was able to get out of him. Maybe it chased him. And yes, I think it's quite reasonable to lose a piece of equipment, especially if you're distracted by shitting your pants.
Whatever, dude. Like I said, did he get hurt?
Well, not right away. Later that week he died.
Really? How?
Mary killed him for losing a mic.
Aw, shut up, man. I ain't scared.
Ooh, big man ain't as scared. Oi, gang. FNG says he ain't as scared.
I'm scared? Really? If I was locked in the van like the doctor, I'd be plenty scared.
Wait, what the hell's that supposed to mean?
Okay, you guys, that's enough. How about we use the radios for the investigation? What if we did that?
Well, how about we use radios for the investigation? How about we did that?
Hey, Oscar, did you get that sticking talk button fixed on your keyboard yet?
No.
Think about that for a second.
Sorry, Alice.
Sorry you got caught.
Shut it, wanker.
Well, you got this whole wired, right?
Yeah.
Well, then let's see if we can find anything.
Hello? Is there anyone here?
Are you getting anything on the EMF?
No, nothing. Are you there? You want to talk to us? You know, we can't help you if you don't talk to us. Can you make this needle move? Whoa. Did you see that? Did you do that? Can you do that again? Can you make this needle move once for yes and twice for no? All right. Are you trapped here? Okay. Were you a patient here?
I guess he wasn't a patient.
Are you Dr. Cross?
It's coming from over there.
Oh, do you feel that?
It's like 20 degrees cooler right here.
Oscar?
Yeah, what's up?
We have had positive intelligent contact on the EMF, and now we're hearing sounds that are like a child's laughter. Check the audio waveform, see if you can see anything.
I'm on it.
What the hell was that?
It sounded like a door slamming.
Is that still you?
Are you alone here? You know, I would really like to help you, but I need your help first. Are you alone here? Who else is here with you?
It sounds like crying now.
Why are you crying?
It's getting warmer.
Are you still here? Hello? That was awesome. Oscar, tell me you got all that.
Yeah, it's gonna take me a little bit to sort it all out though. I'll get back to you.
Oscar, make sure you back it up on the hard drive and then send it to my handheld.
Now would I deprive the ear of something to listen to?
Oscar, just send it to my handheld.
Not to worry, love.
I think somebody likes you. Come on, let's go.
I'm getting a few different energies coming through. Some of them are trapped here. Some of them are keeping the others from crossing over. Something about blood. Our blood. Beauty. Your blood for my beauty.
What do you think it means?
She wants our blood. She thinks it'll make her young and beautiful again.
So it's blood you want? Our blood? Well, how do you plan on getting it, Vicky? Can I call you Vicky? You know, we heard some stories about you. What a sick, twisted individual you are.
Yes.
Yes? No? We've heard you like cutting up young girls and bathing in their blood. You know, demented shit like that.
This isn't a good idea.
Why is that, Paco? Is Vicky gonna come and get me? You gonna come and get me, Vicky? Come and get my blood?
You're pissing her off.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea, Paco. Holy shit.
She's very upset. Don't mess with her like that.
Now, Vicky, here I am trying to be polite and trying to get your side of the story, and what do I get? Name calling?
Alice.
Name calling. Is that it? I mean, you're really not so bad.
You need to stop.
Stop what, Paco? I'm just having a nice little chat with Vicky.
Yeah, I'm getting the feeling she wants us to leave.
Vicky, is that true? Do you want us to leave?
Yeah, that's what I think she's saying, so let's go.
Vicky, Paco thinks you want us to leave. Is that true?
No.
Then what do you want us to do?
Leave.
Look out!
Damn it! You alright? How bad is it?
Broken!
God, I think you're bleeding.
Yeah, that too. Listen, I told you not to mess with her like that.
Let's just get you up, okay?
Okay, all right, be careful.
All right. We have to get you out of here. Shit. Oscar, we need help. Paco is injured and we're trapped in the basement. What the hell?
She killed it, didn't she?
Maybe there's another way up.
Maybe.
Let's just make you a sling and we'll figure this out.
You just had to push her, didn't you?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hold on.
Hey, isn't that Alice and Paco?
Yeah.
Why is Alice putting a sling on Paco?
Alice, what happened to Paco? Alice, oi!
Maybe she's on the other channel.
No, she knows what channel we're on. She must have lost power.
Well, where are they?
Jeff!
Mary!
What is it, Oscar?
I can't reach Alice on the radio, and I think Paco is injured. They're in the basement just on the other side of the door.
No, they're going away from the door now.
Why the hell would they do that? Look, guys, they're heading away from the door, deeper into the basement.
Well, if Paco's injured, why didn't they walk back upstairs?
I don't know. I can't reach them. The radios must be out. Can you go downstairs and see what's going on?
Where the hell are they going?
Off camera. Damn it. Mary!
Yeah?
They're out of audio and video range now. Where did you put those new mics?
Actually, they're in the far back of the basement.
Well, that's where they're headed. Why don't I have those feeds?
The state didn't have enough input for all the mics.
Shit.
But I did run the cables. They can be switched out with the others.
Well, where's the snake?
It's on the roof.
The roof? Why is it on the roof?
I had to put it there so we could access the upper level windows.
Just send Billy up there to switch out the cables.
Send Billy to the roof?
Yeah, I thought you weren't scared.
Of ghosts? No. Roof? Well, that's another story.
Billy's afraid of heights.
We're already on our way to the basement.
Do you want us to go to the basement, or do you want us to
Go up to the roof to switch the cables.
No, I'll do it. Don't want to have a little fear of falling to my death worrying me.
Billy's gonna go.
Billy, I left the ladder in place. It should be easy to find. Just call me when you're on the roof, and I'll talk you through it.
Okay, got it.
Remember.
I know, Channel 2.
Good lad. Whoa.
Great. No, I'll do it. What the hell was I thinking? Mary, it's Billy. I'm at the Snake.
Is everything okay? You sound out of breath.
The Snake, Mary.
Okay. Do you see the two
unplugged cables on the ground next to the snake box?
Yeah, I got him.
Good. Just unplug the cables from inputs 23 and 24 and replace them with those.
Okay, is that it?
Yeah, that should do it.
Hey, Oscar, did you hear that? You should be getting the mic feeds on inputs 23 and 24. Oscar, do you hear me?
He might have his headphones on. We told him to check out some audio from the north hallway.
Okay.
And when you get back to the van, let him know we're at the basement door.
Yeah.
Stuck.
Well, that would explain why they didn't come back upstairs.
Maybe I can pry it open or take it off the hinges or something. Son of a bitch.
What?
I left my tool belt upstairs in the OR.
Smooth.
Hey, Mary.
Yeah.
Oi, I got some real freak shit from the audio clip from the North Hall. I'm downloading it to your handheld now. On handset as best I can. You're gonna fucking lose it.
Jeff and I are at the basement door and it's stuck, and Jeff forgot his tool belt upstairs.
Smooth.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Alright, you know what? Why don't you stay here, listen to the WAV file. I'll go upstairs, get my tool belt from the OR.
Oscar, Billy got the cable switched out from the back of the basement, so you should have audio feed on inputs 23 and 24.
Okay.
This is gonna suck. Alright, Billy, you can do this. God! Come on!
Help!
Oscar should have seen us on his monitor by now.
Yeah, maybe before you walked us all the way back here.
What?
Way out of camera range.
Wait a second. Mary set up a couple new mics down here somewhere.
So?
So, if we can find them, then maybe we can get Oscar's attention.
He doesn't actually listen to all the feeds. What makes you think he's gonna hear us?
He might not hear us, but the waveform shows up on his monitor. It's gonna spike as soon as we start yelling into them.
The video feed of the door was on his screen too. We could have just stayed there and waved at the camera. Look, I got an idea. Why don't you go hunt around for the mic and I'll stay here.
I think the mics are over here somewhere. You're gonna be okay, right?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be just fine. Except for the broken arm. Being stuck in this basement. So yeah. Except for the broken arm and this basement imprisonment thing, I'm fine. Just fine.
I will be beautiful again. I need to be. I need blood. I need her blood. Her blood for my beauty. My blood red beauty. I need her blood.
Her blood.
Are you there? You want to talk to us? You know, we can't help you if you don't talk to us. Can you make this needle move?
Yes.
Whoa. Did you see that? Did you do that? Can you do that again? Can you make this needle move once for yes and twice for no? Are you trapped here? Were you a patient here?
No. I guess he wasn't a patient.
Are you Dr. Cross?
No, silly. Come over there.
Oh, you feel that?
It's 20 degrees cooler right here.
Oscar?
Yeah, what's up?
We have had positive intelligent contact on the EMF, and now we're hearing sounds that are like a child's laughter. Check the audio waveform, see if you can see anything.
I'm on it.
What the hell was that?
It sounded like a door slamming.
Is that still you? Are you alone here? You know, I would really like to help you, but I need your help first. Are you alone here? Who else is here with you?
Sounds like crying now.
Daddy's Miss? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? What's wrong with you?
Well, I'm not crazy if that's what you mean.
Don't worry, this won't hurt too much. Time for your donation. Participation is mandatory.
Oscar, it's Alice. We need help in the basement. Paco is hurt, the door is jammed, and our radio is down too.
Oscar, I hope your business. We need help in the basement.
Oscar, send some help to the basement. Paco is hurt. Hey! Hey!
Come on, Alice. Keep talking. Damn it. She's gone out of range. The hell's going on? Looks like I'm up to my dick in it now.
Hey! Oh, shit. Vicky? Hey, you're not still mad, are you? Your blood is beautiful. My blood? Yes. You can't see it, but it is truly beautiful. Thanks. Yours too. I will be beautiful again. Come on, Vicky, you're already beautiful. Your blood for my beauty. I kinda need my blood, Vicky. So do I.
Damn you, Victoria. Thank God some help.
Alice? Paco! Alice? Paco! Thanks, bruv. Mary's dead.
I know.
What about the others?
They're all gone.
You sure?
Yeah.
I'd have been a goner if it wasn't for you.
Don't worry about it. Just don't you forget it either.
I can't believe I got saved by the fucking new guy!
The FNG?
Oh yes, Grasshopper.
I can't believe you left the van.
I was trying to help you guys. Wait. If you was inside, where was you when I was getting stabbed? I could have used you then.
Sorry, I got a little distracted.
You shit your pants, didn't you?
Hello.
They say is paved with good intentions. They twist my thoughts until I go against my own convictions. They fill my head with lies and rationalizations. They send my broken will on permanent vacation. I can feel it taking hold of me, and there's no way I'm breaking free. Release me from this spell I'm under before my soul is torn asunder. Can you save me now from this tragic fate, or is it too late? Is it too late for me? ability to control my actions. No more morality, just bloody satisfaction. Well, I know my will is strong, but it's total domination. Now all I know is death and this violent sensation. I can feel it taking hold of me, and there's no way I'm breaking free. Release me from this spell I'm under, before my soul is torn asunder. Can you save me now from this tragic fate?